you that you're watching me and you own a car in Nigeria, do you know there's something called Insurance Act of 2003? Do you know? Because came across a post last week and they said that Nigerian police have announced that there's going to be something called third party insurance, and the reason for that. And when I went on further to read about that third party insurance, they're just trying to do exactly what we do here in diaspora, right? But my concern or my worry is how has the Nigerian police prepared the Nigerian citizens who drive their vehicles? Or like me now, I've never heard of it before. I've never even heard that there was something called Insurance Act of 2003. So when I read the news of them enforcing it, I was like, hold on, when did they announce or when have they put this out to the public that they were going to start doing it? Anyway, guys, let's dive into the video, okay? Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Wenimo and I'm also known as That5 and also known as TMO5 Kanduko. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. And yeah, so today's video is about the announcement made by the IG of police, Kayode Egbetokun, is that his name? There was a video actually. Let's listen to that video together now, okay?
So I want to encourage all Nigerians to take this seriously, to ensure that they go and get at least third-party insurance cover for their vehicles before they put those vehicles on the road. The full enforcement will commence, like I said, from 1st of February 2025.
Every day, millions of vehicles hit the roads, but one of the most essential rules for drivers is having third-party insurance. The Nigeria Police Force, in collaboration with the National Insurance Commission, urges Nigerians to ensure full compliance with third-party insurance regulations. Under Section 68 of the Insurance Act 2003, all vehicle owners are required to possess third-party insurance before operating their vehicles on public roads. Get your third-party insurance before February 1st, 2025 and stay insured.
So you guys heard from that video there. So for me, being a Nigerian, though I've never driven in Nigeria, so I was like, I've never heard of third-party insurance before because I know even in Nigeria, people who don't even have driver's license, they drive. But even before we dive into that, here in the UK, I drive, and before I even start to drive, I first of all applied for my provisional driver's license, and then with that, I was able to start my driving lessons, and then I sat a couple of tests, which I was once I did my theory test, which means all of my safety hazard, all of these theory tests. So it was like a theory test to sit down and sit it in a class or something, and then I took my driving lessons, and then I passed. I started driving, but before I could get behind the wheel of my own car as a new driver, I had to have something called car insurance. Car insurance protects you from everything, and I have a comprehensive one. A comprehensive one, which means that God forbid I was involved in an accident, my insurance company will be the one to deal with everything. If my enemy bumped into somebody and maybe I was at fault, my insurance will deal with it. And if I have a fault with my car, if it's something I felt like rather than paying out of my pocket for, I can always go to my insurance. But that has a tendency of increasing your car insurance every year or the following year. So I have a comprehensive one. So like I said, just being a new driver, these are the things I have to put in place before I will drive myself. Car insurance, and then there's something called road tax. Road tax is what you pay to drive your car. So it's like one payment you pay every year, and then you do something they called MOT once a year, and MOT is mostly done for cars which are 3 years and above. So if your car is like less than 3 years old, you don't need to do MOT. The MOT is mainly to test for the durability of the vehicle on the road. If the car is stable, if the engine, blah blah blah, if all the components of the car is roadworthy. So you do that. So all of these things I know as a new driver that I have to put them in place before I start driving. So in Nigeria, I believe this is what they are trying to do as well. But how many of you actually did all of these things I've mentioned before you start driving your car? Do you even know that there's something called Insurance Act 2003? Do you even have a car insurance? Like, as at the time I left Nigeria, I've never heard of such. Maybe now there's provision for those things. Hence why when I saw the news of the fact that the Nigerian police are saying that they want to start enforcing the third party insurance, I was like, hold on, how have they prepared the public or road users or car owners? How have they prepared them? Is this something that when you go buy your car, at the point of you buying your car in Nigeria, they tell you about putting these things in place before you drive away with your car? because it's a different practice that has been available in Nigeria for a very long time. Like people buy cars and they drive. In fact, I don't even know if there's driving school. As the time I left Nigeria, I don't think I know of any driving school, even driving lesson schools. People teach each other how to drive and then they put the car on the road. So if you're now saying to people, or if you're not saying to someone who's been driving for almost 40 years that, oh yeah, that your car that you're driving now, you need to go and put in car insurance. The person will be like looking at you as like, what's going on? So my own argument here is, how have they prepared the nation about this insurance? And if there's is an insurance company, just as they've announced, are they private companies or is it the Nigerian police that's going to be enforcing this? Do road drivers or car drivers have to go to the Nigerian police to get this insurance? Like, how will the people, how will the public, how will a downfall driver, how will a keke na pep man know where to go to get this insurance? How? Like, have they made this provision? How have they made this provision? How have they publicized it to the world so that they know that, okay, oh, this new rule is coming out, oh, how will I go or where will I go? So let me read the story here for you, because the Nigerian police, obviously the first came in on the 1st of February this year, and is the enforcement of a third party motor insurance. And this new initiative aims to curb the high number of uninsured vehicles on Nigerian roads and provide victims of accident with proper compensation. I love the fact that they want to be able to provide victims of accident with proper compensation, but what database of all cars or all car owners do the Nigerian police have? Do they have the records of all the people that owns cars in Nigeria? Because yeah, there's a place called DVLA. Every car that's ever entered into this UK, they have a record of it. Do Nigerian authorities have this record? Because how do they want to be able to pursue that? And I love the fact that they'll be able to compensate people, because yes, there have been thousands of accidents that happen in Nigeria where women lives have gone. And you find that in most places they don't even compensate people. They don't even know who to hold accountable when accidents happen. So I feel in this way is a good thing, and it's something that I think Nigerians will actually open their hands to. But what is the long term of this? How will they be able to get the accurate number of all the people that own vehicles? How will they able to how will they be able to put somebody's name and address to a particular car? So that if that person now use that car to go and commit offense or to go and cause an accident, they will know how to track that person and then make them pay for compensation. So while the policy has been established under the Insurance Act of 2003, this is the first time I'm hearing, just like the way we heard that it is a when you spray money in parties, it is abuse of naira. Especially vehicle owners remain uncertain about the details and implications of this of enforcement. Just like I said, I know most people have never even heard of it. So how have they prepared Nigerian road users or Nigerian car users of how to go about it? You just can't say, oh, you're going to start enforcing from the 1st of February. Do people who even own cars for years ever know that they are supposed to do that in the first place? So the enforcement exercise is kicking off simultaneously across the country. Motorists without valid third-party insurance have been advised to comply or face the consequence. And again, what is the job of the Nigerian police on the roads? Like, why is there a certain reason why Nigerian police force are on the road? Because here in the UK, you won't see any police car sitting on the road waiting for cars to get into trouble. No, if a police driver if a police car is driving away, if they suspect a car, they will stop the car. But it's like Lagos Nigerian police, they are always at a certain spot in Lagos or Nigerian roads. Guys, let me know. I don't really understand why. Maybe because obviously the crime of rape, kidnappings and stuff in Nigeria, but on a normal day, Nigerian lockers, they are always at every junction. I don't know the reason for that, but if any of you know, please let me know in the comment section. So, in a press statement released by the National Insurance Commission, I believe this is the arm of the police that is going to be providing the insurance. But should it be that maybe there should be a commission? I think these commissions are more or less like the DVLA here in the UK. However, if people now want to buy this insurance, where would they go? Is it a matter of, oh, let me go to Guaranteed Trust Bank? Maybe Guaranteed Trust Bank will be able to provide me insurance. If I go to Sterling Bank, maybe my Sterling Bank would like these things, something like that, that people will be able to easily go. And then this National Insurance Commission will be the ones to regulate these insurance companies to provide insurances. I hope what I'm saying, I hope it makes sense, guys. Let me know in the comment section. So, understanding the latest announcement of the enforcement of third-party insurance by the Nigerian Police Force, in quote, it was revealed that third-party insurance is the minimum coverage compulsorily required by law for any vehicle on Nigerian roads, while comprehensive motor insurance is optional and recommended. For me, I have comprehensive. If my car breaks down, any issue at all, I don't need to bother my head. I just contact my insurance company, let them deal with it. The statement reads, the National Insurance Commission welcomes the announcement by the Nigerian Police Force effective from February 1st. There will be a nationwide enforcement of third-party motor insurance for all vehicles on Nigerian roads. This move aims to ensure compliance with Section 68 of the Insurance Act 2003. This is the first time I'm hearing that. In quote, the Commission recognizes that many Nigerians, especially vehicle owners, may not fully understand the importance of the law or the benefits of the third party motor insurance policy. Yes, exactly. But how are you making them understand it? What are you doing? What are you putting in place to make them understand it rather than enforcing? Because if someone does not understand what you're trying to enforce on them, they're going to kick back. So, how have you educated them? How have you prepared them to understand the benefit of it before you now enforce it? It's a different case if they understand it and they don't want to do it, then you enforce and there's wala. So, what does this mean for vehicle owners in Nigeria? To answer this question, the Commission states as follows, okay? In quote, third party motor insurance is the minimum coverage compulsorily required by law for any vehicle on our roads, while comprehensive motor insurance is optional but recommended. The purpose of every vehicle on the road having third party motor insurance is to ensure the safety of others and provide financial compensation for damages, injuries, or loss of life in the event of accident covered by the policy. That's great. However, I have a question. Look at the roads in Nigeria, especially, for example, the Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Look at that road. Do you know how many lives have been lost? So, in a case whereby an accident happened on a road like that, who is going to be held? Obviously, it's going to be the driver of the vehicle. But if the accident was actually caused by the road, I would imagine that the government should be held responsible for that, or the local government should be held responsible for that. And why am I saying that? There was a time I had a puncture from a massive major hole in the road that I did not know that the hole was there because I was driving at night. When I realized that the hole was there, and that was how I was able to damage my vehicle, I took the car to the garage, and the guy told me that go back to that road that you had that issue, take a picture if the puncture was still there, if the hole was still in the road. So I went back there, took a picture of the road, and then I went on to www.gov.uk to put in a complaint that I was driving on that road. I didn't realize there was a hole. There was a massive hole in the road, and then I drove into it, punctured my. I think the damage maybe the wheel balance or something on my car, and I put all of that in. Though it was a lengthy process, but I was reimbursed. I got the invoice of how much it cost me to fix my car. I uploaded it, and yeah, I was reimbursed for the amount of it cost me to fix my car. And I think 2 weeks afterwards, when I went back on that road, they've repaired the road. So this is a council who were responsible for the road. They were able to reimburse for the damage caused to my car by the road they should have fixed. So in this case of Lagos Ibadan Expressway, if somebody was driving and that road was a major cause of the accident, who are they going to hold in this case? Who are they going to hold in this case? So, guys, if you know the answer to that, please let me know in the comment section. So the policy they continue saying that the third party motor insurance policy can be procured from or through only licensed insurance entities authorized by the Nigerian Insurance Commission to transact motor insurance business in Nigeria. So who are these authorities that that you've authorized? How do people recognize them? How do people know them? Is there a list somewhere, or is there a notification that has been passed across to Nigerian car owners that okay, these are all the list of the places that you can go to get your insurance? Have you done that? Do people know that? Do they know that? In as much as this seems like a very, very good, good process, I don't think detailed information has been given to people who actually own cars and who are willing or who will be willing to make sure that they have something in place in case they find themselves in an accident. So, like I said, this is actually a good move, but I felt like detailed information has not been put out there for people who own cars, especially people who have been driving for years, or people like me. If I'm going to Nigeria for the first time, I want to go and drive a car, and I'm like, okay, where do I go? Yes, I know this thing is in place, but where do I buy the insurance? How do I go about it? I hope you guys are feeling me. Please continue that the third party motor insurance policy is sold for a premium of 15,000 naira per year to private car owners, while the premiums for commercial vehicles vary depending on type of vehicle. 15,000 naira per year actually is not bad. It's good, okay? The third-party motor insurance policy offers policyholders coverage up to 3 million naira to repair or replace the property of an innocent third party damaged during the accident, just like the way they do here in the UK. Okay, but here in the UK now, call them money. It also provides access to limited medical care for any injured third party as a result of the accident. How good is the health facility in Nigeria? Hospitals, ambulances, how good is it? It's not. Is it a case of they will carry the accident person enter hospital? They will say, go bring police report before we treat this person. In addition, it provides financial compensation to the family of the deceased innocent third party in the event of death. Furthermore, the third party motor insurance policy now includes third party motor insurance coverage for the vehicle if driven to any West African country as per the ECOWAS brown card scheme. All right, okay. The Commission encourages vehicle owners in Nigeria to take full advantage of the enforcement announced by the Nigerian Police Force to ensure the safety and protection of lives, properties, and financial compensation for innocent third parties on our roads. Okay, that's impressive. Finally, a complaints bureau is also in place at the National Insurance Commission for resolving any complaints from the public who may be dissatisfied with with an insurance company's service or response to claims. Like I said, this seems to be very, very good, and I'm happy that the Nigerian police are putting this up. However, how have they publicized this to the people? How have they made this information viable to people? Where will people go? Is there a list? Is there an office located somewhere that everybody now know that, okay, I'm buying a car tomorrow, but before I buy my car or before I drive this car, let me go to so place to go and get this? Do people know if they have a designated place, offices that they need to go to to get all of this done? And how have they passed this information across to people out there to let them know that it's actually for your benefit and not necessarily for the benefit of the police? And yes, when police are enforcing, police should stop enforcing with force, with weapon. They should stop doing all of that. They should stop doing. Rarely would you see a police officer here in the UK with a live weapon. Rarely would you see them. So I think Nigerian police could do better in that regard. However, this is a good thing, and I think that it's going to go a long way as long as it's well educated to people around there, out there, to let them know what's in place for them. Anyway, guys, this is the end of my video. I just thought I would come discuss because I was actually interested in that, and I was like, no, I'll come share with you guys. With that being said, let me know what you think in regards to what the police have put in place, all the things they've said is going to be doing, and the questions I've raised in this video as well. Let me know what your opinions are. And as always, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. And if you've watched till now, you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notification, share this video, turn on your post notification. Do not hesitate to join my membership and hope to catch up with you in my next video. All right, bye.